Waking up to your whole life being packed in luggages is an exciting feeling. We've been counting down to this day for months, but I think there's no way to really prepare for a change this big. You just plan as much as you can and hope for the best.
It's move day, yo. It's move day.
Packing wasn't easy. You can only bring with you so much. I found this a bit liberating, but choosing what makes the cut was a bit of a challenge. This was also our first time traveling with Yufka. The process was relatively easy, but we did do a lot of planning ahead of the trip for his comfort. We ended up with 10 luggages of various sizes, Yufka's carry-on bag, and a longboard. And as you can imagine, not everything went as smoothly as we hoped.
And of course, the elevators are broken. So now, guess who's gotta carry all these? Yeah, this guy.
Luckily, we had some amazing people who came to our rescue.
So the journey begins with Yufka here. We carried all the luggages all the way down, thankfully. We had some superhero friends who showed up.
And just like that, we were all set.
We're almost ready. Thank God we got these guys that came to help, because otherwise it would have been a nightmare. Especially considering that we had a problem with the luggage that was overweight. But all in all, so far, very good.
We knew that saying goodbye wouldn't be easy, so we took my good friend Morris's advice and didn't let that phase drag on for too long. And before you know it, the journey started.
5 years in the making, and look where we are now. About to take off for Canada in just a few hours. Someone's overdressed for the occasion. It looks like she's going skiing. And the airport is like, I don't know in Fahrenheit, but it's like 25, 26 degrees here. This sweet with butter is really not my typical diet. But I got into this mentality where I feel like I have to try everything for the last time before leaving Turkey. It's a very fattening mindset. Nessie right there is texting all her friends and trying to respond to all the calls and texts. Okay, she wanted to say hi back because first appearance she doesn't like how she looked. We are a tad emotional and very excited. I think finally the excitement is sort of kicking in. I don't think we yet grasp that we're moving to a country that we've never seen before. That's, I think, is going to come on the airplane or maybe when we land.
I was able to pull off a flight miles magic and buy business tickets for this journey.
Don't text and drive, yo.
We told ourselves that we had to do it because of the luggages and we wanted Yufka to have some more room.
So Yufka has a 1+1 crate. When flying with a cat, you need a crate that's flexible. On the links below, you can find something that expands.
But to be honest, we wanted to have some luxury and land rested.
We would like to welcome you aboard Turkish Airlines flight to Toronto Pearson International Airport. My name is Umut and I am the cabin chief. We will be present to help you during our flight. We will set up a flight.
What are you most excited about right now?
Maple syrup.
I am most excited.
Syrup, man.
Syrup. I am most excited about building a home from scratch, and it has a den that's gonna become a studio, and I'll have a studio at home, which really excites me.
Güzel başlangıç.
To you too. For waiting so long for new videos and staying around. Here's the new beginnings.
I can't tell you how good the food was. Turkish Airlines and Duku are really making some serious moves because I had never expected such a meal on a plane.
This is just exquisite. It's really, really, really good.
Before you know it, it was time to sleep. Yufka also had ample space, and luckily, it was very quiet during this entire trip.
Just landed. So it's 9:30. The immigration processes are now done. We landed around 7:30-ish. So it didn't take so long. We just had, extra time. We just needed extra time with Yufka and his registration process. And now look at all these luggages. Now we are waiting for our pickup.
We were lucky to have Esin, a high school friend of Nesli, pick us up from the airport and bring us her inflatable bed. She also helped us a lot when preparing for the journey, so a big shout out to her.
We're almost there.
And I held my breath as I unlocked the next chapter. The journey was also tough on Yufka. He didn't eat or drink and was reluctant to leave his crate for a little while. But that's okay. Cats do take a little while to adjust to change. First thing we did is to check everything around the house to make sure that everything was okay and document all that wasn't.
Our good friend Mehmet, one of our saviors here, brought us some groceries. We have an inflatable bed. And I think we're good to go. We'll now struggle to inflate the bed and then get some rest.
At this point, it was past midnight and we crossed our fingers, hoping that no one knocks on our door about the sound we made inflating the bed. Thankfully, it all went well.
Well, first day in our house. Obviously, the luggage situation is still bad, but we get to see the outside view that we didn't have the chance because we arrived late at night yesterday. I really want to go out the balcony and show you the view. Behind me right there is the baseball team's arena. It is a bit noisy and smells a tad like weed, but it's quite pretty.
We did have a packed day ahead. We wanted to get phone numbers and open our bank accounts, but if you've been following this channel for a while, you know that first had to be breakfast.
Since we don't have much at home, breakfast is gonna be outside. Luckily, we have quite a few breakfast spots around the corner. So today's the day we try the first one. So we're at Siempre, right by the corner. My initial thought was to order whatever Nestle was ordering. She pushed me to order a different thing so that we try each other's meals. And obviously she got the better plate with the pancake and all.
For the first day, I wanted to have someone take a Polaroid picture of us to commemorate this day, but that proved a bit more challenging than I anticipated.
Now this is not fully done yet, but behind us was the CN Tower. Unfortunately, half of it is missing from the photo. This is not to say anything bad. If you haven't taken Polaroid pictures before, it's hard. But the guy who took the picture sort of missed the tower, and now it looks like we took a picture in front of a random bus terminal. So whenever we told our friends that we were moving to Canada, the first reaction was, "Oh my god, it's gonna be so cold." Is it so cold? I don't know. Ask her. It's not much colder than Istanbul. It's sort of like an early spring weather.
I was wearing this 2 days ago in Istanbul.
There you go. 7-8 degrees Celsius here. Everything's fine. Ask me again in the winter though. We found the Canadian Walk of Fame. And so far we've seen Jim Carrey, Keanu Reeves. So we have a couple of goals for today. First of which is we need to find a phone provider, so that's what we're after. Gonna be a lot of running around, but we get to explore the city by foot, and it keeps on giving.
During our walk, we stumbled upon a city landmark in front of the city hall and thought it would make a great shot for my self-assigned Polaroid mission. Alas, I somehow missed the huge yellow sign.
So our second attempt at getting a first day memento with a Polaroid failed because you don't see it here right now, but they have huge caution do not enter inscriptions all around, and we ended up standing next to one, but we'll keep on trying. We'll get the shot.
So we decided to try our luck again, spotted another person who looked camera savvy, and this time, I think we got it.
So we came to the Eaton Center. This is a shopping mall at the downtown. There's supposed to be Bell's, Rogers and Telus, which are the three big telecom providers here.
Apparently, the phone number is your first step towards starting your life here.
However,
Even before setting up a bank account, you need to have a phone number. So we started shopping around for newcomer deals from all
So
providers.
we got our prices, and the thing is that they match each other's prices, sort of. If you let them know that you find a better price somewhere else, they tend to match them or give you a discount. So this is something interesting to explore if you're looking for something like this. We're now taking a quick break. We're gonna see some friends, get some coffee, get our minds straight before deciding which provider to go with.
Walmart'tan alırsanız en azından o yanıma oturduğunda
But after a quick lunch break, we had to go back to business.
Here's the trick though, when you go shopping for deals at phone providers, telecommunication companies, they shower you with all these numbers and it gets confusing. So take your time to do the math and pick the best deal. We ended up going with Rogers. We're also finally getting Nessie a new phone. It's year 2024 and she's still using her old iPhone 11. I think it's a good time to upgrade. So it took us 3 hours just to set up two phones and get them to start an internet account for us. But again, 3 freaking hours
3 hours.
sitting at some sort of a kiosk just to get the deal they initially offered us. But it was, I think, worth the struggle because we got a pretty good deal. Again, the service, not so much, but the deal. That being said, the amount of time we spent at Rogers to set up the phones means that we won't be able to open our bank accounts today. That's why we're gonna get some groceries and then take it from there, play by ear.
We ended up going home and getting supermarket sushi to eat on our makeshift table.
This is our early dinner. I feel almost like I'm coming down with something. But I think it was a rather successful first day, yeah? We got phone lines. Tomorrow we'll have internet. Still no bank accounts though. That is something for tomorrow. Morning 2. Today we are a bit confused about what to prioritize. We know that we have to first go to the bank, but from there, do we get a bed? Do we get a toilet for a litter box for Yufka? I don't know.
We did manage to set up our bank accounts and get our credit cards, even though it required us 2 separate appointments of 1 hour each, which I'll never understand why. But day 2 and 3 for us was more about discovering Toronto, and instead of complaining how hard it was to do this or that, I want to show you how pretty this city is and how much we enjoyed discovering it. Starting, of course, with Tim Hortons, because it doesn't get any more Canadian than this.
First Tim Hortons experience.
This is having her first Tim Hortons experience. I didn't. Their coffees, especially if you like third wave coffee, some more fancy coffees, their coffee is supposed to be reputatively, I don't want to say bad things, but reputatively not third wave, let's say.
I'm not sure.
No?
It's slightly better and slightly worse than Starbucks. I can't put it into words.
Well, we'll check back in after a couple of sips and see if she will be able to find the words to describe how Tim
Like,
Hortons
it
is.
has a maple leaf on it, so I'm happy.
I'll admit that the maple leaf is a very good touch.
Settling in a new city is difficult. There's so much to think, plan, and do to establish yourself.
We discovered the What a Bagel place yesterday, and they have amazing breakfast, really good pastries.
I'm in love with this place.
I got a turkey, bacon, eggs, lettuce, and some sort of a dry tomato mayonnaise, everything bagel. It's really, 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 really good.
I think one of the most precious things our friends did after we landed was to take us out regularly and show us the beautiful parts of our new home.
And today we're doing the touristy stuff. We've been taken around town to see what's good and getting to learn Toronto a bit more.
I consider myself very lucky to have connected with such wonderful people. The city has no shortage of vibrant cafes and restaurants. We ended up going for Lebanese, and the food tasted as good as it looked.
So we first had some Lebanese food. We thought we could have some pizza afterwards at Badi Ali. And this line here, I guess it proves that it's really good. But we don't believe in lines. Nuh-uh, no sir.
One thing that really surprised me was how good the ice cream in Toronto was.
Is it ever too cold to have ice cream?
We tried Bang Bang ice cream in Ossington, as well as Scooped at Distillery District, and my god, did they not disappoint. I'm so proud of you for making all the way to the end. I'm wrapping this video up, and I'll see you again on the next one.